5 talks about the 12-year costly battle against Al-Shabaab, the business of war. After more than a decade of the Kenya Defense Force's involvement in Somalia, a total of 52 billion shillings has been spent on procuring weapons, combat equipment, and equipping troops. But has the military intervention achieved its goals? That is the big question.
Yes, there are numbers to actually back the data, and it's a total of 51.85 as Mariam, 85 billion as Mariam has said. It's moving on to the bracket of 52 billion by the end of 2022, and we still have our troops all over. 4,660, that is the Kenya formally deployed some of the troops to Somalia in October 2011 following an insistent attacks and abductions of civilians by Al-Shabaab militants on its territory. And of course 1,000 is the Kenya is the amount of troops that we've sent to the mineral rich DRC at a cost of 4.45 billion. But we're just looking at some of the attacks and what is it's actually cost Kenya since our incursion into Somalia. We've suffered 3 major attacks. That is the Westgate attack in 2013. We've also faced a major attack, that is the Garissa University in 2015 and Dusit in 2019, leaving hundreds dead. The most memorable to me is the Garissa University in 2015 because I was in campus and you'd imagine the kind of tension that we actually went through.
Yeah.
And it was quite devastating, and the numbers were actually really high. And some of the footage that was being shared was graphic. And I believe that in as much as we have citizen reporting, sometimes it's too graphic.
Yeah.
And sometimes we need to know that line. It's a
there
little bit
needs to
sensitive.
be ethics for sure.
Yeah, because sometimes it assists in investigations and sometimes it disrupts investigations.
True.
Yeah.
And also to, victims' families and things like that, you don't want them seeing news first on social media, for example, before they actually have it. There's also the security agencies argue, although, that they've thwarted even more plots over the same period, including one targeting parliament and a planned anthrax attack in 2016. Those successes were attributed to multi-agency cooperation. Of course, the story covers how much funding exactly the KDF has gotten from the EU for this war. About 2022, in 2022 it was 6.9 billion, and that figure shifts from year to year. It also goes on to explore the lives of jihadi brides. The use of women is on the rise. They are used as spies, propagandists, recruiters, and fighters. And of course, civilians and security agents pay the ultimate price in the war on terror. This story is titled The Business of War, I think, because that's the truth about it. As long as someone profits from a war, ending is very unlikely, right?
Yeah, it's true. Just to mention what you've said, the jihadi brides have also made a confession that the radicalization is happening even in different parts of Aseli. And I'm just saying, it's such a beautiful business hub, but there are some people who have bad intentions. Because of all my friends, like the closest friends I have, Somali friends, who have been victimized for no reason. Adam, I even decided to join the defense forces.
I'm just dead because it's like, that's my, I have white friends. I actually have black
No, but I have white friends too. Like Mariam.
Yeah,
Mariam is my friend, my white friend.
We've got some charisma with Sinanoma coming your way. We'll continue looking at the news-making headlines.
I didn't see it like that.
First, banging out those new tracks louder than anyone else. Nation FM, where good music lives.